Welcome back, my beautiful blessings. Today is my testimony part 2, series 7 out of 7. You guys, we are finally down to the last video in the series, and I'm so happy to be here because it's about time we get done with this series. As you guys know, this is not my usual setting, but I'm in the back of my trunk while my husband is playing basketball. It's a beautiful day outside, guys, so we just wanted to get outside. Plus it's like Sunday, you know, we just came from church and everything, so it's just a nice day outside. Even if you know all the signs, you know what to look for, it's still gonna be those times where you get tricked by those narcissists. So we're gonna talk about that on today here, so let's get into that video. Camera is shaky. Clearly I'm holding the camera, so let's try to ignore that. It's not going to be a long video anyway, but I just remember after getting out of my toxic relationship, I was like, you know what, I know all about narcissists. I'm not going to deal with another narcissist. Like, you can't get past me. Like, I'm certified. And so, you know, time went by, and of course there were other men that tried to talk to me. And I just remember, you know, dating and everything. It never surpassed dating. So I hadn't been in a relationship since my last toxic relationship until I got into my marriage. But between that time frame, I didn't make it official with anyone. It was just a matter of dating and being like, oh, nope, not it, right? So, but in that season, it was crazy because even after I left the situation thinking that I wouldn't encounter other men like that because of what I knew, I still did. And I was just like, you know, how am I attracting these type of men? Like, why are they seeking me? Why are they reaching out to me? And why aren't the good men looking after me? Like, why every time I turn, I'm talking to a guy who wants to control me, who wants to manipulate my mind, who wants to basically, I don't know, just have a one-up on me in this relationship. We tend to get so excited once we start a dating stage because it's new, it's fun, and you're getting to meet a new person and experience them in such a way that makes you happy. And we just get so excited that we tend to overlook the red flags, and if we see the red flags, so we surpass and we're like, you know, it's not that important, not as important as what I've been feeling, what we've been doing together, how we've been having fun, what we've been experiencing. And that's the point. The beginning is always supposed to be the love bombing fun stage, but it's about when you get 3 to 6 months later down the line, is everything still the same as it was, you know, because narcissists can't hold up the facades forever. I mean, you could give it at least a year to really know the type of person they are. And the main thing I realized in these situations was that, you know, sometimes in those situations I would talk too much about who I am, where I come from, what I like. When you're dealing with narcissists for a while, it's more than likely there's something about you. Like I said, usually when you're smart, you're intelligent, you have your own sense of self. That's what draws narcissists to you because that's what they lack. They lack their sense of self, so they try to find it in other people. And because they know how strong-minded they are, they try to break them down. After a while, you'll start to see their true colors. They'll start being uninterested, not helping, not caring about your feelings, your needs, and only about themselves. And they'll just start acting in ways you never knew they could be, and you're just like, where did this person come from? What happened? Where did we go wrong? Because they just start acting out of character, but really the character that they were in the beginning was not who they really were, which is why you really can't rush things. Just beware that even after you know what you know, even after knowing all I knew, I still encountered some narcissists. But it's not about encountering them that's the problem. It's when you fall into the trap and make it official and you tell your family and everybody knows, or you make it official on social media and now everybody knows you're in a relationship, and now you have standards to hold, unfortunately, to everybody who knows. And once that's marked, it's not going to be easy to just say bye-bye. You know, if anything, it makes it more complicated to leave once they have a specific status in your life. So it's not running into them that's the problem. Luckily, I was able to get out of those situations once I realized what was going on. When I start to feel the same things I felt in my past relationship, like anger, like confusion, when I start to just see certain patterns, when I stepped out of the name of love, and I took a look at the situation and said, okay, Maya, step into reality and look at the situation. What's the nature of what you all are talking about? Is it just still getting to know each other? Is it talking about how I can do all these things to you in a seductive way? What is the nature of the conversation about? Because it really just depends on the whole aspect of where your relationship will go. And you gotta really think, am I moving too fast? Am I saying too much? What are they doing and saying for me? Are the things reciprocal? Is he willing to open up to me like I'm willing to open up to him? You really just gotta ask yourself certain questions when you get in the dating stage with people, because if not, you'll fall in love too easily. It's easy to fall in love, or to think you fall in love, when in actuality, you're in love with the moment, in love with the things you do together, in love with the experiences, the traveling, the dates, and love bombing, and the gifts. But once that fade away, that's when you have an ugly look at reality, instead of doing it in the beginning and really take an assessment of how your dating relationship is going. Like how is it going, right? And once you start to observe their behavior like they observe yours, read their messages and see how they're responding to certain things, and just get a good look at how they're acting towards you. And you might not always see it in the beginning. So if you're really serious to committing to this person, then I'm not saying, always hold your guard up and be on a lookout, but don't overlook the red flags. Don't overlook things they say that should not be said. Don't overlook things that are meant to insult you, but you take it as a joke because they said so. Don't overlook certain things that you just know doesn't feel right. And if it doesn't feel right at all, no matter what it is, then address that. Once you address that, see how they respond. How are they when you give them criticism? Do they get mad at you? Do they get angry with you? Do they blame it on you? Like, you have to look at the nature of arguments, of not the so good times, of just how they are in the good times. Are they a fit for you? Are they caring about how you feel, especially when they're the reason for how you feel? Are they going to be willing to own up to it? Are they going to apologize? It's just certain things you have to ask yourself when you're dating someone, to ensure that you don't get in a relationship that you're going to later regret. And of course, there's not always going to be good times. There may be arguments, disagreements, and everything. The bottom line is you should be able to speak with your partner when things cool down about how you feel, about what the situation is, and basically come to a resolution. You should always have closure. You should always end up resolving the issue and just living your normal happy life. Like I said, everything isn't peaches and cream. So as I was saying, guys, if there's minor flaws, if you know for a fact that this is who he is, you know his character, you know how he is, and there's things that he do that you don't like, and there's flaws he has, because we all have flaws, but having flaws with your partner really depends on the person, because a flaw to me may not be a flaw to you, but there are moral things. if this person has morals, you know who this person is. This is his character, and while yes, he may have flaws, he's still a good, godly, loving person who respects how I feel, who respects me, who loves me, and vice versa. Things are reciprocal, and you know, regardless of the flaws, because we all have flaws, because we're all human, but those flaws don't overpower the things that I love about him, then boom, you know, you have yourself a winner. So, you know, just test the waters and just figure out whether or not everything is how it needs to be. Take a step back out of the name of love and just look at reality. Look at the situation and ask yourself, does it make sense? Ask yourself, is this being rushed? Ask yourself, is this going too fast? Have I said too much? Is he asking too much? Is he putting too much on me? Like meet his family or move in with me soon, early. Just look for the red flags. And if you don't know necessarily what red flags are, what things to look for, leave a comment down in the comment section and I'll definitely do a video on that. But furthermore, my beautiful blessings, just remember, if nothing else, even after you get out of your toxic relationship, more narcissists may be looking for you and may be coming your way. And it's not a problem speaking with them, getting in a relationship, but if you notice the red flags, do not ignore them. Kindly and politely exit the situation. Never be in a situation where you're so eager to be in a relationship that you just put up with whatever it is. Address it, test the waters, and see what results come out of it. And simply, if you just put God first in your life, if you will allow Holy Spirit to lead your life, then you will never be led in the wrong direction. You will never choose the wrong partner. You will never go in the wrong direction. So I will always encourage you to seek God, and He will give you the man of your dreams. But you have the love of God that made man. So I love you, my beautiful blessings, and I hope you have a blessed week. And I will see you guys soon in my testimony part 3. Love you, beautiful blessings. Later.